Udah, itu
Itu aja
aja.
kali ya. Ada orang lagi. Ada satu, dua, satu, dua, tiga. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Good morning, Mr. Saiful and Mr. Saiful assistant. We're from Group 8. Today we're going to present our SME, Small Medium Enterprise Financial Report. First of all, we're from Group 8. I'm Chika Kasya Prime, and this is my peers, Roy Deslona and Shifa Mauludina. So, we conducted a survey and approach to Kedai 21, a small vendor stall that is oriented towards preparing traditional cook Indonesian style cuisine like a pecel, siomai, grilled duck, grilled chickens, traditional drinks, etc. And it is located in Sentra Kuliner Wisata Surabaya Convention Hall in Keputi, Sukolilo, Surabaya. Kedai 21 offers a standard physical recording of the transaction ranging from last month, which is September. So for the introductions of our financial report, in general, financial report typically consists of balance sheets, income statement, and statement of changes in equity. The balance sheet depicts the total assets, liabilities, and equity of a company at a specific date. The income statement shows the result achieved by the company and the expense incurred during a particular period. The statement of change in equity indicates the source and the use to change in the company's equity. According to the Indonesian Institute Accountants in 1999, Chapter 2. Financial statements are part of the financial reporting process. Comprehensive financial statements typically include a balance sheet, income statement, and reporting of changes in financial position. So we chose Kedai 21, which is a small vendor that offers traditional Indonesian culinary dishes. It is one of the 40 stalls located in the Sentra Kuliner Wisata Surabaya. The owner, Mem Rahma, contributes to the cooking, to the customer service, to the transaction and the transaction recording. Oriented with traditional recipes, this small vendor provides many criteria of traditional food, such as pecel, pecel telur, pecel ayam, pecel lele, ayam goreng, lele goreng, and many kinds of snacks like siomay, pisang goreng, gorengan, and drinks such as local drinks, traditional drinks, and insert drinks ranging the price ranging from 10,000 to around 30,000 a menu with authentic seasonings and fine taste. It provides organic and fresh cuisine to the local people living in Surabaya. So, before we approach the SME, we asked about the opening trial balance allocated in August. We can conclude from our small talks that the cash from the late August is around 8 million. The inventory is around 9 million, consists of food, drinks, and other like seasonings. The equipment is 3 million, mainly with the wok and other utensils. Uh, Currently, Memrama doesn't have any liability, and her equity is around 16 millions because she only started late 2023. Her incomes during her 3 months period of selling the foods is around 12 million. Her expense, mainly from her monthly rent expense and electronic water and telephone expense, is 400 around 400 million, 400,000 and 200,000, and her cost of goods sold up to now is around 7 million, which conduct that the debit and the credit value is balanced around 29 million. So for the transactions, we digitalized the transactions from her book recording. We conclude that she conducted around 24 dates, which is the 1st of September to the 10th September, the 16th to the 19th September, and the 21 to the 30th September. This is the examples of our digitalizations recording. So for the general journal, mostly all the varieties of the transactions is mainly about her sales revenue and cost of goods sold and inventory. But in some of the dates, she has to pay rent expense, rent contribution of around 14,000 rupiah. And in the early of the month, she usually restock her inventory of foods, drinks, and other expense. For example, on the second and the third date, and mostly in the late days, mainly in the 30th September, she usually pays her payables, her rent expense, her inventory, and her electronic water and telephone expense. Okay, coming to the ledger, we conducted eight main ledgers, which is first the cash, mainly from the sales revenue, her inventory, her owner's capital, which in this month she doesn't have any transactions. Her equipment currently doesn't have any more transactions too. Her account payable with the adjustment, her sales revenue, and her other expenses, and lastly, her cost of goods sold. Okay, can Roy now continue?
Next page. So there are the accumulated transaction from September 1st until 31st. This accumulated transaction, which now have become the balance, is added with the beginning trial balance, and thus the unadjusted trial balance is the result. Next, please. Uh, so the adjusting entries is the added transaction that has not been recorded. Eventually, adjusting entries will be added with the unadjusted trial balance, which become the adjusted trial balance. Next, please. Okay. So the adjusted trial balance is the final trial balance, which you can look at this table. Okay.
Shifa, your mic is muted.
Okay, hello, can everyone hear me? All right. So the income statement as of 31st September, we found out the net profits is about 4 million. Next is the owner equity, which we found out the owner's capital is around 20 million. The next one is balance sheet. We conduct balance sheet to find out about the, excuse me, I cannot see the page fully. Okay. The assets about 21 million, liabilities about 300,000 rupiah, and equity about 21 million. The last one is cash flow statement, which we found out at the end of the month turns out to be 18 million, around 18 million. Next. Okay, so the evidence of transaction, we've done the we've come to the place at at the 10th October of 2023, and as you can see here uh on the slides that we've taken quite a lot of picture of the uh, Mem Rahma's book about the transaction. Next. Okay, as for the reference, we've taken from the Indonesian Institute of Accountants, year 1994. Next, it's the same Indonesian Institute of Accountants, 1999. Ebook
Adjust.
Accounting of Weigendat, Kimmel Queso, and Ebook Intermediate Accounting, second edition, Elizabeth A. Gordon Jens Alexander. So this is the last page is for our logbook. Cikal Kasih done the compiling transaction, making the financial report. Roy Destana done the list of transaction, word structure, layout, and PowerPoint. And me done the list of transaction and PowerPoint. I guess that's all from our presentation. We can end this presentation now. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
thank you so much,
Mr.
Pa
Saiful,
Saiful and Pa Saiful assistant.
Pak
Sorry
Saiful
if we may
Assistant.
many small
Any
mistakes, or
mistake.
maybe there is something we forgotten. Maybe that's it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.